The Federal Minister of Interior set independent investigation panel on the alleged corruption, abuse of power, torture, cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment against the Nigeria Correctional Service. The gathering to analyze data on reported cases of corruption and others misconduct facing Nigeria Correctional Service being attended by relevant governmental and non-governmental organizations, including human rights bodies, to ensure the findings are comprehensive to address all aspects of the allegations.
Who said that everybody is happy with this? No. Those benefiting from the system can never be happy. And it is my responsibility to put them on the path of perpetual happiness. That is my responsibility. Governance is not a popularity contest. Governance is not just doing what people want. And governance is not about taking people to where they want to go to. Governance and leadership is about taking them to where they ought to be. And that is where the power of vision comes in. A mission without a vision is disaster waiting to happen. For us, as a government, under the able leadership of Mr. President, we have decided not to tow the path of business as usual, but we have decided to make it business unusual. For me, the era when a man goes into a correctional center and all that happens is incarceration and condemnation should be gone. This is 2025. This is not 1825. We must treat people with respect, regardless of where they are. That's the truth. That a man is in a correctional center doesn't make him less a human. And a lot of these reforms, beyond infrastructural reforms, beyond strategic reforms, has to also happen within the context of our correctional officers. That's the truth. The core responsibility of a correctional officer is to be an agent of rehabilitation.
That's why we have the independent panel investigating. By the time they finish, we will also align ourselves with their recommendation.
Yes, sir.
At the moment, we are doing the best for our inmates. Don't forget that they are also members of this great country.
Well, we have taken it as the foremost advocacy issue. The number of persons who constitute the inmates of our correctional or detention facilities, especially persons who are waiting trial persons. And we are worried that a number of these persons are remanded by magistrates especially, without any charge being filed against them, without any order being made for them to be brought back to the court for review. And I put pressure on the number of persons who languish in our detention facilities. And a number of some of these persons end up dying, contracting terminal illnesses, sometimes becoming broken men and women, coming out of society with a vengeance, or spending longer time than they would have spent if they had been tried in court and convicted. And we think that it is not a good way for a society to treat these people. If a person has been accused of committing a crime, he or she must have his day in court, and should only spend such intolerable length of time in prison if he or she has been convicted. And we think that this conversation should center around that, and also center around the remand practices of our courts, and also the failure of our courts to utilize non-custodial measures like imposition of fine, community service, supervised release, and other measures contained in the Nigeria Correctional Services